Hello, hello, hello. How we doing? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Is my microphone moving? It's moving. We've got a... Whoa. How we doing? Turn myself down. There we go. Hopefully that means you can hear me because I can hear myself. And we're all good to go. Pardon?
Not your video.
What does that mean? Turn off my video. Here? Okay. Okay, right. I updated OBS today before the stream, so hopefully that will mean that we are all good to go. Because on Friday I was taking this at the stream software. Let's see what we've got today, shall we? Just gonna focus this a little bit more. I'm thinking I'm going to maybe use these cute little squirrels and birdies from the Nuts About You stamp set. And I'm thinking I'm also going to use the barbershop stencil. This is an oldie but a goodie. I love this stencil. It's very basic, but it gives a beautiful design. And I'm going to give that a go today, I think. So I'm going to tape this down. And the idea is that I'm going to create a really pretty, bold, stripy background for my card. And that's going to give me a nice pop of color to build my project on. So my thought is I'm going to have an A2 panel, and I'm maybe going to cut out some alphabets using the Moxie alphabet dies. And I'm either going to go for like hey, or maybe I'll go for yippee or hooray, something like that. And have some of these little critters above it. That's my plan. And we could even have Let's Go Nuts underneath. So that's my plan. I'm just trying to decide what colors I want to go for, to be honest. We could go for maybe some bright colors like yellows. That would be fun, I think. Should we go for some squeezed lemonade and mustard seed? And I've got something here actually that I want to share with you guys. I'm going to be playing with this more over the next few weeks. But this here is the one of the waffle flower craft tools. So it's a silicone mat, but it has these little square grooves in it. And the idea is that your ink pad fits in there perfectly. And it won't move around when you are inking up. That's the plan. Let's give it a go. The gang over at Waffle Flower sent me some blending brushes and also this mat. So I'm really excited to try it out. Hope everyone's having a lovely week. I have had quite an easy day. I started my day off, well, actually I started my day off with my dog itching himself. I woke up and I had to go and stop him. Poor dog, he's been very itchy. Lots of allergies these days. Lots of pollen outside. Poor baby. And then when I actually did pay myself out of bed, I went to get my hair cut. Yay! That's fun. Went for a little trip into TK Maxx, which one of my favorite shops. And then I just came home, got some lunch, and then I went for a massage. I know. How lovely. Oh, wrong one. It's actually a reflexology massage. It was all on my feet and it was absolutely divine. Okay, so I'm trying to envisage, I can't say the word, an A2 panel and get some darker bits around the edges here. And I might even come in with darker again. I think I'm done with my squeezed lemonade. These are great, I love these. Maybe a little wild honey. We'll bring in some of that orangey tone, but not too much. Nice. Probably would have been a better idea for me to die cut this first of all before stenciling. But I never said I was smart, guys. I never said I was smart. All right, I want to get some nice sort of textures on this. So let's get some watercolors on the go. If I can find a water brush. And there's one in here, and I might use these colors as well. Try and not get my t-shirt covered, absolutely covered. Which is probably easier said than done, to be honest. All right. So mix this yellow up here. I'm going to come in with a bit of this orange tone as well. Remember this little guy? He has a nice pearlescent tone to him, so that'll be fun. Perfecto. I think what I also want is some dark colors, maybe some black. So I'll use the black watercolor as well. Gonna grab a slightly smaller brush for that. So ideally we can get some different sizes of splatters. It's like little tiny poppy seeds all over here. Hopefully you can see that. Perfect. Now I'm working on a silicone mat at the moment. This is one that I got just off Amazon, but I do still love my waffle flower mat. Someone has that on loan at the moment. And I'm missing it. I love my waffle flower mat. Need to get that back. And I'm just going to see if I can back in for the chat. So it got kicked out. All right, this is looking really good. I'm going to spray a little bit of water on my mat, just to brush or to push out the rest of the watercolor on my brush there. And now the moment of truth. Now there's quite a lot of wet sections on top of that stencil, so I'm just going to tap it a little bit to pick up all of those water droplets, and then that means they're not going to slide down the stencil as I remove it. And this is my favorite bit, you guys. The reveal. Oh, we did have some smudging, but that's okay because we're just gonna wing it. We are a winging it kind of team. Clean this up and pop it to the side to dry before it goes back in its barbershop stencil pouch. All right, so this is going to be die cut down using, I might actually use the skinny rectangles, skinny frames. Ooh, no, let's, shall I use the scallops? That might be cute. So I could have a scallop front with a black background or a dark gray background. That might be really fun, and that'll bring in some of those dark tones in there, I think. Should we give it a go? We've got sawdust here. Hello. Let's take this on here and run this through the die cutting machine and see what we can do. So I think it's going to look really cool against this kind of background. So this is the holy mackerel background, holy mackerel cardstock. And I'll keep the rest of this card for another project because this panel here specifically will look really pretty. So we'll not throw that away. So what do you think? Should we go against a gray background? Or maybe we should go against a black background. Let's find some black card. The black card is called Oreo Crunch. And that looks really cool too. Sawdust says, oh, Sawdust says gray. And Suzanne's here too. Hey, Suzanne. I like the gray. I like the black as well. So let me know in the comments what you think. Sawdust, let me know who you are. Your name. Yeah, it's both yummy. Pop it here to the side because we're gonna think of a sentiment. So my thought was, I like the fact if we're going to maybe use some of these cute little critters, we could have the let's go nuts. So then we could have maybe like yippee or hooray. Oh, it's Karen. Hey, Karen. I also pulled out the deer to me as well, but I'm feeling these little critters, these little. I actually thought first of all of the birdies. The birds would be cute, but then I saw the let's go nuts. And we could add some nuts to it. Wouldn't that be adorable? So what could we have? We could have yippee, let's go nuts. Or hooray, let's go nuts. What do you think? Gray or black? I think I'm going to go black. So let's get this and die cut some letters using the Moxie alphabeters. You should probably add birds too, says Laura. I knew you liked the black, says Karen. So we're going to go for Yippee, maybe? Y, where's Y? Yippee, let's do Yippee. Oh, before going any further, I'm actually going to cut this down so that I have my card base ready to rumble. So I'll cut this down at 5.5. And then we're going to need 4.25. I'm just going to give that a little massage there to mark where that corner is. And then I can use the scoring blade on this Heffy Doodle trimmer to score that down. Perfecto. Okay, so we did a Y. Suzanne says she loves that alphabet. Me too. It's so pretty. Y. I need a P. Let me know P. Karen says, all the cute minis I got from you, the die cutter. She's looking forward to using them. Yay. There's the P. Oh, I need 2 P's. 2 P or not 2 P? 2 P's. Now, the real question is how many E's are in Yippee? Yippee! But I need an I. I. Karen says, how's that great kiddo of yours? Oh, she's doing great. She's officially on school holidays. She's a little bit lost at the moment because she doesn't really know what to do with herself in the school holidays. She tidied up all the books in her bookcase the other day and then discovered that there was quite a few she hadn't read. So now she's like speed reading them all. She's been doing some programming as well. But I think she's looking forward. We're going away this Thursday and Friday up to visit some family. So she's looking forward to that. We'll get to go up and see Uncle Jimmy. You probably may have heard me mention before Uncle Jimmy, who has a boat, and we go out and we get lobsters for our din-dins. Yum, yum, yum. So we're going to go visit them, those guys. Thursday and Friday, which is why Jasmine will be doing a live stream this Friday instead of me. Karen says, I know she loved purple. Is that still correct? Yes, it is. Well remembered. Purple is definitely still her color. Purples and pandas, that is her jive. That is her thing. If it's purple or if it's a panda, she's happy. Yes, so Jasmine will be doing her live stream on Friday. That will be over on Facebook. So guys, in Facebook, so go and check that out on Friday. She will love to have you. All right. And then the following Friday, both me, come back here to YouTube, and it'll be both me and Tasha. Tasha's going to be joining me. A couple of weeks ago, I did a side-by-side live stream with Jasmine, if you guys remember that. And we're going to be doing the same thing, but with Tasha. And I'm really excited. And we're going to be using those, what's the word? The brushes that I was talking about from Flower. Okay, let's stick this panel on here. Like so. Oh, it's really popping. Love it. Then we've got a yippee going on here. The black yippee looks great on yellow. Yeah, I think it looks awesome. We've got yippee. I'm not sticking this down just yet because I want to see how the rest of the card all comes together. Yippee! So I like the idea of having let's go nuts. I feel like I want a sentiment that says it's your birthday or something like that. That would be fun. And I think what I'll do is I will stamp this onto some black card with some embossing powder. So let's first of all prep this bad boy using my powder tool, if I can find such a thing. Will do. And I'm going to use the Wow embossing pad to stamp this up. Get it nice and juicy. And then stamp that down. And what I should have done, first of all, was prepare my embossing powder, but nevertheless, perfecto. I'll give this a blast with the heat tool. Okay, let's see what we can do. If I can find my heat tool. There it is. Right, I'm going to mute you for a second because this might be noisy. Luckily, it's a small sentiment, so it doesn't take too long. So we've got let's go nuts. Love that. And we're going to cut that down using my trimmer. like so. And I'm actually just going to trim this off to the side for now. So we could pop it off to the side like this and have like a little fishtail. That actually looks really pretty. But I think we should stamp some critters for the rest of our card. So let's grab some Heffy Doodle alcohol marker friendly cardstock, and here's a wee piece that's already cut. Perfect. And add this to our Misty. And then we have our critters. We're going to have some squiggles, as I call them. But I feel like we also have to have a few hazelnuts. I think we can make this work. I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo Black ink, which, as always, is my go-to. Give that a nice swoosh down. Karen says, have to run. Ciao, Karen. Ah, lovely jubbly. I'm going to do a couple more of those little hazelnuts. To help round out the card, I think. What do you think? Is it all coming together? Now, the big question is always red squirrel or gray squirrel. And there's always a bit of a mixture of opinion sometimes. Laura is suggesting red squirrel. Maybe those warm tones would work well against, work in harmony with the yellow. Yes, we do get red squirrels near us, actually, we do. They're very pretty. We've seen a few nearby. So I don't have any tips or ideas for how to get a nice red squirrel look, but I do know that there's a beautiful, this is actually just called brown, but it's more like a reddish brown, I would say, in Copics. So I'm layering that over the top of, what's this? E13 and E37. And I'm going to maybe take an orangey color and lighten their tail and their chest as well. We'll work with these colors. Let's see what we can come up with. How's Theo doing, Laura? Is he being a good boy? Someone asked earlier about is it having a good summer? Yes, although it doesn't really feel like summer. I think that's the thing though. If you're a teacher, you get the summer off, so it really feels that you do have a summer. And if you're a kid, you get the summer off. But when you just work all year round. He's growing lots of new feathers at the moment, so he's very itchy. Oh, the poor baby. That's so adorable though. All right, let's put some orangey tones in here. Laura is saying, although I do really enjoy yellow and grey together. Yes, me too. I really enjoy yellow and grey together. But these are also cute. My only problem is that now I feel like I'm going to have to go brown for these little acorn nuts. Maybe we'll go a darker kind of brown. Not acorn nuts, what am I talking about? Hazelnuts. Do. So that is a 29, but I feel like I need a middle ground. This one is E71, which I actually think is a pretty cool color, but it doesn't really blend out that 29 very well. I'll have to come in with another color. It just looks a bit patchy at the moment. There's your 25. Would that work? That would work. Hey, buddy. Hey, Ranger. How you doing? Hi, you want up? Hey, have you got a ball? Let's see, everybody. Have you got a ball, buddy? Hi, do you want to see everybody? No, he wants Mummy to play. Mummy's busy just now. Mummy's crafting. Go and see Daddy. Maybe go see Daddy. Go on, go find Daddy. Poor baby. Poor baby. All these hard done by animals. With humans that refuse to play non-stop with them. It's just not fair, is it? I feel like this would have been cuter with grey squirrels. But let's see, guys. I mean, I'm not blaming anyone. What did I do with them? What did I do with the squirrels? Oh my gosh. Guys, what did I do with that squirrel stamp set? Oh, I put it in beside the pig. Silly sausage. Oh, here's some squirrels already colored. So if we change your mind, that saves me a step. Not colored, stamped. Okay. That's not the right one, Lesley. Here we go. Have you ever done that? Try to use the wrong die. Silly sausage. Okay, so first of all, we have our little guy up here. Another little pal for him. Might swap them around. And then I have one that's running. Or jumping. Cute. Okay. And let's die cut out these nuts. You'd have some dotted around the place maybe. There's one more here, and then there's the little stack of nuts as well. Oh, and there's actually one more on that piece as well. Nice. Seeing as I have this boy here, I'm going to die cut this little nut out as well. And then let's see if we can find out a placement for all of these little critters. Okay. So this one looks like he could be jumping over the nuts, like so. And I feel like this would look better if maybe he was facing the other way. Maybe this one. If he was facing that way. And I'm going to color him in using some grays. see what happens. See if I like that any better. Oh. It's kind of cute. Got some warm grays. And then I've got toner gray here for the tail. Which I'm going to darken up a little bit. I'm going to get these colors nice. They're very cute in grey too, says Laura. I think so. Let's see. We'll cut them out and we will pop them onto the background and then see what happens. We shall see what happens. It doesn't take too long to recolor them. And if I do recolor them, then I've got some cute red squirrels for another project. Oh, I love it. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. So let's see if I've got any other squirrels in here. I've got this one, and I don't have a jumpy one, so I'll have to stamp that one myself. But that's okay. We can manage with that. That won't take long. I think the contrast looks really well, really good. So yes, I'm a fan of that. Do I have any left over? Yes, I did. Okay, let's do the same with this guy with some different colors here. Hey Pam, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. There's a 1 and 5. Very cute though. I can hear clanging downstairs. I can only hope that that's the sound of my dinner being made. He's a cutie. Let's die cut him. What do you guys think? You like the gray better, or do you like the red squirrel better? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. And we'll go for some grays. What's that, T3? Let's go for a T1 belly this time. I'm going through a series of constantly opening these pens the wrong way around. Not sure what that's all about. There we go, he's looking good too. We'll die cut him. Is that you? That is not you. This one maybe? No, we'll get there in the end. There we go. We've got someone on Twitch here. Keichin Nayumi. I love all of them, but the red ones are more common here in Germany. Ah, we've got red ones here in the UK, in Scotland as well. But down in England, it's mostly grey boys. Let's go nuts. Okay, I'm going to stick on these letters. Get them all stuck down. So let's position them roughly how I want them to be. It's supposed to be whimsical, so they do not need to be perfect in any shape or form. So I've done this background using some distress inks. Oh no! Using squeezed lemonade, mustard seed even, and wild honey. And I've used a stencil, the barbershop stencil, which was one of the first ones we made, but it's still one of my favorites. Such an evergreen stencil. Now I might decide not to add the dot on the eye, the little tittle, depending on if it ruins my scene up above. So I'm trying to figure out whether, I think I'm just going to cut this flush and stick this on like so. And we've got our little critters that we can add up here. Let's build our little scene. Have some nuts tucked in behind these guys. Oh, that's a blank one. And I'm trying to figure out whether I want to raise any of these up with a little foam tape. I think actually I might just leave them down. This little guy is my favorite, definitely. Da-da-da. And 2 little hazelnuts at the bottom to bring the design together. Now, I think what will help this is some little accents with a white pen. So let's see what we can add. And you guys probably know I go between Copic, opaque white ink and gel pens and all sorts of things. So I'm going to do a gel pen tonight. Oh, and the other thing I'm going to do is use my glaze pen to do these little dots on their eyes. And I can also add a couple of other dots in black around about here in a more controlled fashion. I'll do the same with the white gel pen. A few little accents here and there. Trying to keep my head out of the way here, but it's not the easiest thing to do. Laura says, I love the glaze pen. Me too. Mine had actually died. It sort of dried up. And I hadn't gotten one for ages. And then I think, I can't remember if I ordered something online or if oh yeah, I know what it was. My usual go-to place for distress inks is Crafty Purple Frog. Amy was on holiday, and whenever the new grey distress ink came out, I was like, I need it. So I went to a new place just for that order, and I was like, I'll have a wee look around and see what else is in this store. And they had the black glaze pens. So I bought one. All right. I think I'm going to abandon that dot of the eye. Pick up all these little The silicone mat's great for cleaning up, but boy, does it grip all the little tiny bits of everything. But I suppose the whole grip factor is part of the appeal. Right, you guys, let's have a closer look at what we've got here today. Here we have it. Yippee! Let's go nuts. Could be for a birthday card, or it could be for a congratulations or anything like that. I love it. I think it's really fun. I love the pop of color. I'm glad that I swapped to gray. I'm also happy that we've got some extra little critters for future cards. That's it for me for today, you guys. But please bear in mind that Jasmine will be doing the live stream on Friday, so it will be on Facebook instead of on YouTube and Twitch. It'll only be on the Heffy Doodlers Facebook fan group. If you're not already a part of that, go on over and join. And Jasmine, we'll see you then on Friday.